know I'm about to go in. Told me that I couldn't do it, but I gotta bring it back, so they're really on with it. Let's go. Tell me where you're from, where you stay. Know I keep it lit from the coast to the bay. Peace on the right.
If you guys are sick of wasting money on packs, go check out my sponsor. They offer the cheapest and most reliable way to buy coins straight from the source. Use code MAZE at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Howdy, partner! Turtleneck Cowboy Maze. Back again. What's up? In today's video, we're bringing back the Weekend League recaps, and I'm telling you guys how we did this weekend. If you missed the streams, I played 2 different weekends, and both of them were equally frustrating for me. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down 3 full Weekend League games, and when I say full games, I mean every single play from start to finish, the missed reads, the good reads, the bad reads, all of it. The first 2 games are from the secondary account. They're really close games, came down to the wire. And the third game is from my main account, and I'm not kidding when I say this. I think it's the hardest I've ever been cheated in Madden. I talked to a lot of people, though, and there was a lot of funky stuff going on with the game this weekend. I think that might be why they pushed out this patch. I don't really know. I'm hoping the patch fixes some of it, but I haven't really played on the patch yet. So let me know in the comments how the patch is for you guys. If you like it, if you don't like it, there might be positive and negatives. Just let me know. And I also want to address one more thing before we get into the video. I've been getting actually a lot of comments saying I don't upload enough or making a joke about my upload schedule for some reason. But those people are probably not subbed to the second channel. Mazomatic Live is my second channel that I upload extra content to, whether that's from the stream or stuff that I just didn't make into a full video for the main channel. There's extra content over there, and I'm trying to upload on that second channel more and more and more. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers over there on the second channel. So if you guys feel like I'm not uploading enough over here, you want some more content, go give that second channel a sub, and you won't regret it. Now, as always, before we get in the games, we're gonna go over the best comments of the day. The first one comes from our man Pugsy, who said, imagine commenting the same thing 15 times so Maze could get recommended to more viewers. He commented this like 20 times, and I actually think YouTube picked up that it was spam or something, because some of them didn't post, or at least I couldn't see all of them. But shouts out to Pugsy, busting his ass to get us to 100K subs. I love you, Pugsy. And the second comment coming from Alex Nowick, who said, Maze can't throw interceptions if his defense is always on the field. He's a genius. You guys got to cut me some slack. Last video, my offense played lights out. They drove down the field every time. They were efficient. I got points. And you're still not happy. Now it's because I'm done justifying myself. And the final thing before we get into the games, I'm looking right at you, baby. 50% of my viewers are not subscribed to this channel, and they watch all my videos. What are you guys doing? We're almost at 100K. I would really appreciate it if you enjoy this content, you like watching the videos, hit that sub button, hit the notification bell, and get us one step closer to 100K. I love you, boys. Let's get into the video. So here is the team that we're going to be using for the first couple games. As you guys can see, it is not my team, but we still got Deshaun Watson. We still got Randy Moss. We got some good receivers. And, of course, we got the love of my life, Darren Waller. So we're going to be okay with this team. It's a 97 overall. Pretty much as much of a God squad as you can possibly get. And getting into the first game, you see we're going against an opponent with a God squad of his own. He doesn't have Deshaun Watson, though, which is a good thing, because I feel like Deshaun Watson is just a game changer at this point in the game. And I am going to be showing you guys every single play from these games. The good, the bad, the ugly. We're starting off ugly. You saw he threw it to the flats, got about 30, 35 yards out to midfield. And now he's checking it down to the flats again. And at this point, I kind of realized this guy was going to be a check down king. He's going to play conservative, and that's always a bad thing. And the reason it's a bad thing is because I feel like Madden 21 is the year of patience. Whoever's more patient in the game is going to win. They're driving down the field, not making too many mistakes, and not forcing anything, and that usually ends up paying off in the end. Now 2nd and 10 from the 28. He takes a shot to the end zone, yes. And I was just commending this guy for being conservative. I think he forced something there, but I don't know how I got the interception. It looked like I caught it and landed out of bounds completely, but it gave me the pick, so I'm happy with that, and I'm going to take my turnover and run. Deshaun Watson starting off the drive hot with a scramble to the 35-yard line, now looking to pass out a gun bunch, stepping up in the pocket once again. I'm legally blind. Not the greatest read, not my best read, but I will say I thought he was open. Surprise, surprise, and we followed up with a terrible defensive showing and let him get in the end zone for 7. So now it's 7-0, our ball again, and back on offense, hoping not to make the same mistake twice as we convert a pass over the middle. Now to the 40-yard line, about a minute left in the first quarter. We take a shot deep down the middle, and it's intercepted again. Now, I got to defend myself a little bit here. He was running 2-man under with 2 deep blues. I ran a deep post from the outside. Normally, that deep post is going to split the safeties. I'm not really sure how they were both able to converge on that pass, but it happened. And now we got to play defense again. So down 7-0, coming to the end of the first quarter. We're on the defensive side of the ball, and we got to get a stop. He's taking off on 2nd and 21. We make the tackle, stop him at the 38. Now it's a 3rd and very long, and if he doesn't get at least some yardage back, I'm expecting a punt here. We play fantastic defense, get some pressure on the quarterback, and now it's our ball with a chance to tie up the game. We're out of gun bunch. He's running to cover 3.
That's a laser.
Making up for the 2 Stevies on the past couple drives with a dot. A fantastic pass by Deshaun Watson gets into the end zone, ties up the game, 7-7, and 3 minutes left in the first half. We got to get a stop again, get the ball back, and get a lead going into the second half because we're starting with the ball in the second half. So any lead at the end of halftime, we are going to be at a big advantage. We get him in a 4th and 5. We go with a man coverage look, and he playmakers Deion Sanders. Almost runs behind the sticks and doesn't convert, but he does end up converting. That playmaker is absolutely hell. If you guys have been playing online lately, it seems like after the MCS, everyone is running playmaker on at least one of their receivers. It gives them an option always to check down the ball against man coverage, and so that's why a lot of people are running playmaker right now. And if you're on defense, you always need to account for where that playmaker is because it is very, very frustrating if you don't know where that playmaker is coming from. So he stays alive on his drive, a minute left in the half, and he's moving on us. Now running the ball a lot, really leaning on Alvin Kamara and getting some pretty solid yardage. Now faced with a 3rd and 5, just on the fringe of field goal range, barely throws it away and gets the pass off. Now a 4th down. We send the house. He goes for it, and he converts again. Some pretty bad defense by me, but I thought maybe a blitz would catch him off guard, but it keeps his drive alive yet again. And then there is the dagger to top it all off in the end zone, taking another 7-point lead late in the first half. Now it's our ball. We got a little bit of time. If we can go down and get some points, it wouldn't be the end of the world. As we throw it over the middle, almost complete a wild pass, but that just goes to show you how good this Deshaun Watson card is. We followed up with a delay fade to Darren Waller. That delay fade is incredibly hard to stop, so that's what I'm kind of relying on right now to get this offense moving. We're now at the 47, 30 seconds to go, still with 2 timeouts, and another laser to the sideline. Darren Waller making his 2nd grab in a row. Brings us inside the red zone, where our offense starts to struggle a little bit. Take a sack on 1st down. Now 2nd and 17. We throw to the flats late, only get a couple yards, and now it's 3rd and 11. Only 18 seconds on the clock, and my opponent is running heavy coverage. Man across the board, sticks, but there is a hole, and Deshaun Watson with escape artist in 93 speed takes off, finds the lane, and ties up the game. So that was a huge run at the end of half. And let's be honest, boys, Rock Hard Rich is just not making that play. So Deshaun Watson proving his worth once again in this game as we enter the second half. Now tied up, and it's our ball again. We're looking for an open receiver. We had X for a little bit, didn't throw it, ended up throwing a late playmaker to Randy Moss, gets us another 1st down to about midfield. Now running a cover 3 beater. Unfortunately for us, he was in man coverage. So I don't know what my problem is, but I continually run cover 3 beaters against man coverage, cover 2, cover 4, everything except cover 3. Thankfully, Deshaun Watson uses those legs again, gets out of trouble, and another positive gain. So now we're in the red zone again in the second half. Tied game, rocking out a bunch. We find the crosser. His user is just not fast enough for our dude, Darren Waller. And Darren Waller's just got a fat cock. I don't know what else to say other than that. He's got a large dong, and I'm happy to have him on the team. Now up 7 points. It's his ball again, and we got to play some defense. He's moving the ball, though. Now at the 35-yard line, 50 seconds left in the third quarter. He goes with a run, and Alvin Kamara again getting a positive gain on the ground. The past few months, I felt very strong in my run game, but for some reason, the past couple weeks, I've just been getting toasted on the ground. You see another big gain on the ground. I'm getting gashed, and I don't know what they changed in the run game, but it's frustrating me almost as much as this playmaker, Deion Sanders, with another playmaker catch, getting another big yardage. You can't really run just straight man coverage anytime they have playmaker because they're going to toast it every single time. Fourth quarter has officially begun, and he is continuing to run the ball. Now at the 11-yard line, and on 3rd and 2, we get the big stop. So it brings up a 4th down. He's going for it, obviously down 7. He throws the quick in route, and we just could not play man coverage. Man coverage is great for everybody, except when you really, really need it on 4th down. It just breaks down. Good thing for us, we got goal line D. We stop him on 1st and 2nd down, and 3rd and goal, he goes for the pass, which caught me off guard. I was fully expecting a run again, and he ties up the game. So now 21-21, it's our ball. Deshaun Watson rolls out, lets one fly, the dead-eye touch pass lands beautifully in the arms of Randy Moss, and that 99 speed was just no match on a deep post. We take another lead with about 1:45 left in the game, and now it's time for a money drive from my opponent. First down, he throws to the sideline. We swat that one away. Second down, we're sending a blitz at him. He picks it up beautifully and checks it down to his playmaker. There's no one to the right of the field, and he's able to pick up another solid yardage. Now at the 39-yard line, 1 minute to go in the game, still operating at a bunch, and Deion Sanders with another catch. Deion just really causing a lot of damage for us here. And he still's got 2 timeouts. So he's got plenty of time on the clock. He runs the ball there, picks up a first down. So now it's 1st and 10 from the 50, and Deion Sanders with another playmaker catch, getting a 15-yard gain once again. Still a minute on the clock. Dropping back out a bunch, and he finds a corner route, barely swatted away. Darren Waller had a couple steps on us, so I'm surprised we got the animation to swat that pass away. But it doesn't matter, because Deion Sanders is going to make another playmaker catch to the 29-yard line. 3rd down here, 3rd and short. He's going with a pass again, this time to the flats. Alvin Kamara picking up another gain, and he got out of bounds. So again, he has plenty of time here to do what he wants. Still's got a timeout, throws it to the end zone, and it's an overthrow. Darren Waller not able to make the catch there, still at the 21-yard line. Dropping back again, looking like the same pass, this time throwing it into traffic, and it's not intercepted. I was extremely frustrated, and on 3rd and 10, he's getting close to scoring, throws the hitch, but it's just shy of the marker. 4th and inches now. We run man coverage with some hard flats. He throws to the hard flat, and Sean Taylor, this time, able to knock out the pass, and that's how we get the victory. So a game that came down to the very last drive ends up being super close to converting there, and I think we would have been in trouble if he converted, but we squeeze out the victory, and we head into the next game. Getting into this one, we're going against the Patriots, and it's a fresh game, 0-0. We're starting with the ball. Deshaun Watson having to throw it away there on 1st down. Now 2nd and 15, dropping back again out a bunch, and nothing's really open. You see, we're having a little bit of trouble finding some receivers. A very bad read right there, trying to squeeze it in over a deep curl flat, and it obviously didn't work. We had a streak on this play. I just didn't throw it, and we end up getting a 4th and 1. On 4th and 1, he sends the house at us, and we end up turning the ball over on downs. The blitz came in, and we weren't able to get the pass off, but on 3rd down, we had the streak. So if I would have just seen that, thrown it up to Moss, I think we would have got a touchdown and started this game 7-0. But now we're starting from behind. So starting off with a turnover is never good, and it's especially not good when he's driving on me like this. 1st and 10 from the 19. Another great pass from him, this time to DK Metcalf, and he starts off on top. I feel like I'm always playing from behind in these games, and that was honestly one of the reasons I felt like we didn't play well this weekend, was just because I would start off the game so poorly, and when you're consistently fighting from behind every game, you're going to lose a lot of those games. You know, it's not always going to go your way. So now we're having to do the same thing here, fight ourselves out of a little bit of a hole. 2nd and 11, down 7 points. That's a Stevie. So, you know, wasn't a great read, but I really thought because my receiver was in front of him, I was going to be able to get the catch for a couple yards. But as you can see, my receiver went to the ground to make the catch, and somehow it was still intercepted. So I don't really know what animation that was, but now the hole is even deeper. Now 14-0. We got 1:31 left in the 1st quarter, but we got to go down and get 7 on this drive, or we're going to be in a very bad spot because he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half. This drive is going fantastic, though. Even though we're down 14, we're moving the ball quickly, efficiently, and we're making the right reads. So a couple warm-up drives, and we're good to go. Now at the goal line, running power O, Barry Sanders to the outside. Gets this game to 1 possession. So we did a good job on that drive. Started off the game bad, but we worked with what we got, and now we're back in it. So our defense needs to get one more stop, and we could potentially tie up this game. He's dropping a pass. He's a masturbator. A fantastic bait from Sean Taylor. Unfortunately, because we were on conservative, not able to get the greatest return, but that was a spark we needed heading into the 2nd quarter. It's our ball now, down 7, and Darren Waller just got us to the 7-yard line. From here, 1st and goal, we're going with the pass. We see the running back, and Barry Sanders makes the possession catch, and now the game's tied. So we started off 14-0. Now it's 14-14. We got a little momentum, and we still got 3 minutes left in the 1st half. So things are going our way now, and you can tell he's a little bit timid now throwing the ball because he's starting to check it down a lot more, not push over the middle, because I think he's a little worried about the user. A little worried about the user, and I don't blame him. 3rd and 9, pass falls incomplete, bringing up a 4th down, and he's deciding to go for it. Still operating out of bunch. We're running shaded underneath man covered with a curl flat on the right. He sends out 5 routes, and he throws the post right behind the slant. A great read by him because my user went with the slant, and that opened up the post. He made a good read. What can I say? As much as it would have been great to get off the field there and get the ball again, he keeps this drive alive, and we're going to have to stay on our shit. Another throw to the flats, this time almost intercepted, but we make a tackle for a gain of 0. 3rd and long. He goes to the flats once again, and we get another stop for a gain of 2 this time. So another 4th down, another opportunity to get off the field, and we're running man again. He threw the same pass. You think I would learn. You think after the last time I would say, hey, maybe I'm going to go user that post. But nope, I let him throw the same thing again, and he converts again. So with 30 seconds in the half, this drive has been hanging on by a thread, and it's still going. 3rd and long for about the 3rd time in a row. And he is passing to the flats again. This time goes out of bounds to bring up another 4th down. So his fourth down on this drive, barely picks up my pressure, throws it over the middle, and it's intercepted. A huge play from Denzel Ward, and on top of that, he adds a big return to get it to the 38-yard line with 6 seconds left in the half. I'm just showing this play because I got to show every play, and this is a pretty cool throw by Deshaun Watson. Crossbody, dead high. Even though it doesn't matter, no points came out of that. I just want to throw that in there. Look at this throw, man. Rolling out to the other side of the field in the face of pressure, and he just beams like that. That's what roaming Deadeye can do for you. But going into the second half, it's a tie game. It's his ball, and I can tell he's a little scared. After his offense kind of broke down there in the end of the second half, he's under center coming out in the second half. He wants to run the ball. He doesn't want to throw these passes. He's throwing to his running back every time in the flats because he's scared of throwing an interception. And on 3rd and 9, to prove that, he runs a halfback dive under center. So it's another 4th down for my opponent and another conversion on the deep post. This one, I don't understand how that wasn't at least broken up. And on 4th down, he gets that conversion. I feel like just things are just not going my way. He follows it up with another bad read that was 100% covered, and it results in a 52-yard touchdown. So that coming out in the second half is demoralizing. We got cheated, I feel like. And now we got to fight back and try to tie up this game. A big pass gets us to the 35-yard line, a toe-tapping grab from T.Y. Hilton, and then another pass to the sideline gets us to the 15. So a couple plays in, we're already about to tie up this game. We're in the red zone, and we get to the goal line. And that's all we need to do, because from here we go under center. Well, we try to run the ball. We get stuffed on 1st down. 2nd down, we run power O. Barry Sanders fighting his ass off, but not finding anything. And suddenly, 3rd and goal, nothing is guaranteed here. We run power again. And finally, geez, sweat off my back, finally get in the end zone to tie up the game. So end of the 3rd quarter, I feel like we've been playing fantastic defense. This guy just keeps scraping together these drives, these 4th down conversions. But I think it's all going to come together for us here. He's especially trying to run the ball just because I think he knows he's pretty boxed on offense. And so he's not going to find much in the air, and it's going to be risky if he does throw it. Again, throws the same pass that he scored on last time, but it's intercepted by Dion this time. And that's what I expected to happen the first time. I don't know how it was a touchdown the first time he threw it in an interception the second. That just kind of goes to show how inconsistent this game can be, especially with man coverage. So now it's a tie game, 3 minutes left in the game, and we got an opportunity to take a lead here. We're only about 10, 15 yards out of field goal range, and so that's really what I'm shooting for right here. No stupid mistakes, and let's get in field goal range and get at least 3. We're caught with a 4th down early in the drive, but this time it's our turn to pull out a conversion, and with that pass, we're now in field goal range, about 2 minutes in the game, and I'm going to start playing a little bit conservative. You know, I don't really want to throw the ball because I want to take time off the clock, and I want to make sure we stay in field goal range and get these points. So overall, I'm going to be playing it. I mean, I say conservative, but that doesn't look like a very conservative throw to me, but it's completed nonetheless. Now to the 17-yard line, and we're back to the ground game. Barry Sanders finding a hole and getting into the end zone. I thought about going down there, but with 3 timeouts, I think it's better to take your points in that situation and rely on your defense. And the quickest way to end a money drive is with a user lurk on the very first play. The very first play on his money drive, we get the user lurk. And now, again, back to the running game. Boom, stop and go. That one was for the haters, and that is going to close out the game. That's how we ended. A little replay for you guys. Barry Sanders to the outside. Stop. Go. And that ices it. So now we got the victory, and we're heading into our main account game. So this is a game on the main account where everything went wrong, and I kind of want to show you guys a gameplay that perfectly illustrates what was going on this whole weekend and why I feel... I don't know. This weekend things just weren't clicking. But we got the war paint on. We got to truly down the hatch. And now we're ready to get in this game. You see, I got Deshaun Watson. Oh, actually, this is my opponent. My opponent's got Deshaun Watson and the new Terry McLaurin. I got Deshaun Watson and no Terry McLaurin. Now, the thing about Terry McLaurin is that he gets playmaker as well. So he's like a little bit better Deion Sanders. So I was having trouble with Deion earlier, and now I'm going to have extreme trouble with Terry McLaurin. And to top it all off, I'm getting cheated out of my mind. I'm getting the piss cheated out of me because that kept happening. PA boot over, any type of throw on the sideline was just going through their arms. And so on 3rd and 11, we take a sack after that big play that didn't end up counting. Even though it was an accurate throw, it just sailed through his arms. And thankfully, we're able to convert. Darren Waller on the delay fade, getting us the first down, getting us a fresh set of downs, and kind of erasing that cheat that happened. Deshaun Watson breaks off a tackle, spins out of it, rolls out to the left. Probably should have thrown this one away, but I kind of wanted to make a play. We end up taking an 8-yard sack. So it's a 2nd and long here, a little bit behind the sticks. We want to make sure we get some yardage back. And a terrible Helly Kelly read from me. That one I take full responsibility for. There was no excuse. I just honestly didn't think his user was going to run underneath that route. So we're starting off down 7-0. And I got to say, even though that was a bad read by me, it wouldn't have even been a possibility if I didn't get cheated on that deep throw to Santana Moss on the sideline. So that cheat is already costing us. And now we're digging out of a hole again. This is the 3rd game this video. We're just digging out of a hole every single game. We're late in the first quarter, down 7-0, but we're moving the ball. We're doing okay. Santana Moss with another catch, now in the red zone. And honestly, when I get down here, I should run the ball more frequently, but I don't know why I struggle to run the ball. We find Darren Waller, though. Another good throw, another great catch, but what the hell? Another pass taken off the board because apparently his feet weren't down. And that's just an animation that I got. Just a bad animation I got. It was completely random. I think they need to figure out whatever's going on with the sidelines in Madden. I don't know if the patch is going to fix it, but there's more to come in this game. Trust me, boys. Thankfully, we got in the end zone, though. We tied up the game, and now on our defense, which we can rely on pretty comfortably, we're starting off hot. 2nd and 22, we got a sack on 1st down, and he throws it at our user. A perfect bait, a perfect everything. In the game, cheating me again. Why is that not a pick? Why does he drop it? I don't know. 3rd and 22, though, not a huge deal to miss out on that because he's still very far behind the sticks. And we end up getting him to 4th and long. He's going to punt us the ball now, so we get the turnover. But the field position is still not where we would have had it. And I decided to go with a cover 3 beater. It worked. I got the cover 3 beater to work, but the safety in the middle was able to come over and play that. I just think that's just completely random. What safety is playing that? I had 5 yards of separation to the inside. And I'm just frustrated at this point, boys. And when I get frustrated, I start playing even worse, so it makes it harder. Thankfully, our defense is pretty frustration-proof. We're going to play good defense regardless, and we get him in a 3rd and long again. This time, he's able to find a receiver, get about half of it back, and make it a 4th and manageable. So 4th and 4, he decides to go for it. We send the house at him, and it doesn't come in. He gets the pass off to Darren Waller. Darren Waller burns Sean Taylor, which is expected. And I think he just got lucky. I think he just threw the first receiver that he saw, and it happened to be a man-beating route. I don't think there was much planning involved in that, but it results in a huge gain regardless, and now he's at the 5-yard line. From the 5, he's handing the ball off to Bo Jackson, gets to a 3rd and very short 3rd and 1, where he ends up going for another power. We shoot the gap, but are just too slow on the back end, and he scores again. So now we're down 7, 52 seconds. We go with the cover 3 beater again. This time it was open again, but we decided to check it down to Jerry Rice. He makes a catch now at the 39-yard line. And guess what? I think we go with the cover 3 beater again. This time I think he flipped his play, so his safeties were on the right side, but Jerry Rice barely doesn't make the catch. So 2nd and 10 now. You see, we got cheated out of the cover 3 beater one time, and now that's just all my brain is thinking about, is trying to get that cover 3 beater to work time and time again, because it's just so close. It's right there. We're running like a variation of a cover 3 beater just about every time, and he's giving it to us just about every time. 2nd and 8, you see the cover 3 beater works again. We throw it. Moss looks like he's got his guy beat, and it just goes through his hands. How is that a bad throw? It says accurate throw. It should not just go through his hands like that time and time again. Cover 3 beater again. Unsuccessful again. 4th and 8 now. We decide to not go with the cover 3 beater this time. He's blitzing at us a little bit. He sends the heaters again on 4th down. We are able to find a receiver over the middle to convert, but with only 10 seconds left, no timeouts, we hurried to the line, tried to get the spike off, but that is how we go into halftime. So a terrible way to end the half. We had a nice drive going, but leave empty-handed with 0 points. And coming out in the second half, guess whose ball it is? It's his. And guess who's going to get the catch? Playmaker Terry McLaurin. I was kind of ready for it with my user too, but it's hard because you kind of got to play behind and in front at the same. You need two guys to cover the playmaker. It's very, very difficult. And so as this game goes on, you're going to see why we get so frustrated. But a great play right there, a swatted, tipped interception for Isaiah Simmons, and it gets us the ball now in the second half, down 7. That was huge. And we see the cover 3 beater again. What is going on? Another cover 3 beater open, and again, the receiver just not animating. That is like the 6th time this game I've had an open receiver just not make the catch on an accurate throw. And when that happens, I go right back to it because I'm so frustrated. I go right back to it, and he gets an interception. So we are just getting frustrated. My blood pressure is through the roof, and we're still down 7 points. We play some pretty good defense, and thankfully get the turnover. Deion Sanders making an interception, and he's going to return it all the way into the end zone. A little swerve at the end there to get in the end zone, and we tie up the game that way. 14-14 now. Despite getting the piss cheated out of us, we're still in this game very much. So a tie ball game, about 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and it's his ball. He's got the TGL team name, so it's Team Get Lucky. And I assume, you know, it's working for him, dude, because it's worked so far this game as another playmaker dot gets him a first down and some. Now to the 41-yard line. About a minute to go in the third quarter. He hands off the ball. Not much there on the ground. We make a good tackle, and it's 2nd and 9. He's been running bunch, too, and I feel like bunch is probably the most conducive to these playmaker dots that he keeps throwing. Terry, see, that's an example. He could have playmaker Terry the other way, but he had like a step on my DB, and it ends up resulting in a pretty big gain. 3rd and short still, though. We end up getting a sack. Gonna bring about 4th and long where he's gonna go for it. 4th and 8 here. Running man coverage. User in over the middle. And our pressure comes home. Lawrence Taylor getting a sack, giving us a turnover on downs. And entering the 4th quarter, we got a little bit of an advantage here because it's our ball in field goal range, and we're driving. We see triangle. We throw it. It should be another... Just what is that animation, bro? It should just be a simple sideline catch. It's a dead-eye throw. It's a good throw, but he wants to jump up and get this weird animation that's just unlucky, and it literally takes another touchdown off the board. So time and time again, we're finding open receivers, good throws, and we're getting screwed. A sack puts us right out of field goal range, and now on 4th and 20, we either got to punt or go for this long 4th down. We decide to go for it. We had to throw one over the middle, and it gets intercepted. So just points being taken off the board from EA, giving us the shitty end of the stick. Usually they say the short end of the stick, but not this stick. This stick is much worse than being short. This is a shitty stick. EA put this stick up their ass, and it got shitty, and now they're giving it to me. They're giving me a shitty stick. I don't want a shitty stick, EA. A short stick I can deal with. I can't deal with this shitty stick. 2nd and 24, 1:50 on the clock. He gets a dot to make it a 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 11 here over the middle. Guess who it is? Another playmaker. That's what I'm talking about, why these playmakers can be so frustrating, because mid-play, I got to user that and analyze. Is that Terry McLaurin? Should I go behind him or something? I don't know. Regardless, he gets in the end zone. So now we're down 7. We got 1 minute on the clock and an opportunity for a money drive. We're going with the cover 3 beater again. This time it's open again, and Lawrence Taylor gets an insta-shed. I want to show you guys on the replay. We had this tight end holding the safety in the middle. We had R1 fading out to the left, and it would have been a dot to tie up the game, but now it is a 2nd and 28. That is a terrible spot to be in. We got to get some yards here. I threw up a playmaker. I thought Randy Moss had a step or two, and it ends up being a user lurk. So that's how that game ends. I'm going to be honest, that might have been the most frustrating game of Madden I've ever played. Having open receivers just simply not make the catch for one reason or another, especially when it's completely random, frustrates the hell out of me. But because of that, guys, we did not end up in top 100. We actually lost a few different games where I felt the same thing happened. So I'm not going to be showing the rewards this time, but I did want to post a weekend league update just to show you guys how we did, kind of how the weekend went in general. And you guys can see it just wasn't a great weekend for us overall. So hopefully going into next weekend, I think we're going to be switching to the Patriots playbook, and I hope things go a little bit better. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll be seeing you boys very soon.
Now I'm on the outside.